Hi, Dan. How you doing tonight? I'm worn out. Did nothing but run that pressure washer all day. Awesome. Who else we got out there watching? Jump on in the chat. Eating my afternoon snack. Y'all wouldn't recognize me if I wasn't eating my snack. The battle is about won. I'll find out tomorrow morning. Yep. The inspector's going to be there at 8:15 tomorrow morning. I might do a members live after he leaves. Let everybody know how it goes. Thank you, Dan. Been pretty nervous, but I kept busy all day trying to get them floors cleaned. Yeah, it's a different inspector than I've met before. I'm not sure who this one is. Thank you. I appreciate that. I sure hope it does. And then comes the fun of getting everything moved in. And after I get moved in, I got to get a little bit of electrical done and some lighted exit signs, hang my extinguishers, things like that. And then I got to call the fire department for the final inspection. Outdoorsman. Well, that sounds like me. Hi, VW. How you doing? It's all but done. Oh no, that ain't good. Functional histories. How you doing? Bouncing between lives. Who else is live? Storms don't keep me awake. unless they happen before bed, and that's just because she don't want us to go to bed. If it happens while I'm asleep, chances are I won't know it. Man, I seen a lot of old cars going past the shop today. But I seen about a dozen of them go by. Yeah, my dogs wake us up if there's a coon on the deck. Well, we had beautiful blue skies this morning. Then they sent up all the chemtrails. I guess there was an eclipse today. It got kind of dark in the shop. Had to actually turn the lights on. Jeff, I'm shocked to see you, buddy. I figured you'd be swimming by now. I know. It's not that close yet. You are making some good progress, so. I set the other GoPro up on time lapse through the eclipse. Oh, wow. I haven't been doing much editing. Most of my stuff's been going straight off the camera. I'm ready to get back to cars, that way I can start editing again. I just getting this building. I don't know what that was about. Did I lose you guys? Big warning come across my phone. Oh man, do I ever miss working on cars. I don't mind doing a little construction here and there, but man, it'll wear you out. I forget what I was talking about before my phone. I don't know what that warning was. Never seen that one before. Yeah, that eclipse was different. Oh yeah, once I get back to working on cars again, I can go back to my normal routine. The construction just takes so much time. I don't have time in the evenings to do my editing. There you go. Yeah, I set one of the GoPros up outside. I didn't aim it at the sun or nothing, but I put it on time lapse. About a minute's worth of video, I guess. Thought about throwing it up as a short on Facebook. I saw a meme on Facebook a few minutes ago said, if you missed the eclipse, I can moon you for $5. Well, the inspection's tomorrow at 8:15. Hopefully they pass it, and then we'll start seeing some moving videos. The big stuff's gonna be the fun stuff, but all the small stuff, I'm just gonna pack it in the trailer and go. I can sort it later. To be totally honest, all the pressure washing that I've done this weekend and today didn't have to be done for the inspection, but it sure makes it look so much better. Well, this summer I'll probably do a couple of these lives from my deck out back at my house, and I'll turn it around and you can see the new shop. I walked home yesterday. I took the mower over there and mowed, and then I walked back home, left the mower in the building. Oh man, you're not kidding. We have moved houses. Oh man. I'm going to say 12 times in the last 15 years. We've been in this house 7 years, and I don't ever plan on moving again. Get too old to go up these flights of stairs. I'm putting an elevator in. Yep. I'm going to unload all the toolboxes in one area. And then all the loose tools, like my clamps and that kind of stuff, I'm going to lay out on a bench. And as I figure out where they go, I'm going to put them and make a place for them. And I am rearranging the whole shop of where things are laid out. I was planning on having the paint booth at the south corner, but it's going to work out better if I move it to the northwest corner. It's going to make things flow just a little bit better. So that one white wall that you see in the videos, that's going to end up coming down eventually. Right now I ain't too concerned. I just need to get back to work. Friday made 7 weeks since I closed on the building, and I haven't made no money since other than selling a few things here and there. So I need to get back to making some funds. Kind of rough when you don't have an income. Trying to get everything bought for it and fixed and all this stuff. Yep. If you're facing north in the building, let's see what's up there. There's some garage door racks against the wall, and then I put that wooden shelf on the left-hand side. That whole area is going to end up being my paint booth. Should be right about 22 foot by 25, 26 foot, somewhere in there. About 11-foot ceilings. Gonna remove the tube heater that's at the south end of the building, move it up to the north end and run it through the booth. That way I can keep the booth a steady, constant temperature. And after I'm done, I could actually turn it up and it'll bake it dry a little bit quicker. And then Dad said he's got 2 or 3 of those tube heaters at his shop that he can't use. They're on the shelf. I'm thinking about putting them in here and using all tube heaters to heat the whole building. For one, they're more efficient. You don't have a fan blowing dust around. You don't have the fan making noise. And then keep the other heaters for backup or cold spots, things of that nature. That brand new heater that the subscriber sent me, I plan on putting that blowing towards the office and the showroom area. Eli come in today and did some adjustment on my garage doors so they open a little bit easier now. Yeah, they do. And they're explosion proof. As long as your head is outside of the booth, you're good to go. There was supposed to be a guy come in today and buy the Kodiak, but you know how that is. My plans were to take some of that money, and I found 3 paint booths. Actually, Travlite found 1 or 2 of them, and then while I was searching, I found the same 2 and then another one. Honestly, right now, I'm not sure. I'm looking at buying another booth, an actual booth. But if not, I'm going to build it. I've built them before, so. Thanks for coming in, Dan. Have a great evening. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, I've built a few booths in the past. I do know some of them that you can buy just aren't quite big enough for the type of painting that I do. Because some of the stuff, you know, you got all these parts hanging. It takes up a lot of square footage when you hang them. And then Dad brought up a good point. Since I'm putting the booth at that end, I have that 5-ton trolley going down that whole side of that building. He said if we add on to that, I can run it right into the booth and make hangers up, paint them, roll them out. So that's a real good idea. Yeah, I've seen them too. I think they'd be a pain in the butt though. Blow them up, taking them down. Have a great evening, Jeff. I'm trying to keep up with your videos. I haven't had a whole lot of time lately. But I am watching. Always watching my buddies. Oh, I can see that. Yeah, I never gave it a thought, but yeah, that makes sense. I wonder if they've got a ground webbing in it. Honestly, he came and got his boat and his push mower and a couple little odds and ends, but he hasn't been back. He actually inherited it. His grandpa started it. His dad inherited it from him. And then he inherited it from his dad. And he didn't want no part of the dealership from day one. In fact, they had to go to Florida to bring him back to get it put in his name. Yeah, I knew what you meant on the static on that booth. I wonder if they've got a like a copper cord or something webbing in the plastic that you ground. I don't know how that'd work, but yeah, all that plastic, I could see it making a lot of static dust. Make for a real dirty paint job. I mean, they use them at, oh, what's that big show? I don't know, I'm drawing a blank. Those big shows where they'll build a car in the week that the show's going on in front of everybody. I've seen them use them there, but pouring a bunch more concrete, huh? You're gonna have a busy day again. I'm hoping my inspection goes through good. Hopefully all he does is say, yeah, you got a new roof, here's your paper. And at that point I can start buckling down to get moving. Oh man. So one-time use. Man, that'd be tough because they're not cheap. I mean, they're cheaper than say a Binks or a DeVilbiss actual paint booth, but they're still not cheap. I was surprised Chris didn't have video tonight. Tonight's members video just went live. Alright. Hi, George. How are you this evening? Yeah, I wonder if the manufacturer of that booth would have any solutions to that because I can't. There's got to be something that they could do. I mean, they sell a bunch of them. If they got one use out of them, their sales would plummet because that word would get around real quick. Well, the awesome thing is, 2 of the 3 hoists work. I don't know. I think That's just on the members video that I showed that. I appreciate that. Yeah, I like doing that on my channel. Give everybody any information that they need because what? There was that warning again. Because we're not going to be around forever, and if somebody else can learn and carry on the trade, that's great. Yeah. I didn't test the third one yet because I was too busy trying to get them floors clean. But yeah, I'm gonna hook up to it tomorrow. Chances are, and if it works, I'm gonna put the top on it and the arms and all that, and that'll be awesome. And then I'd have 3 hoists. One center post, just like what I got in the old shop, and then 2 posts. And all of them come up out of the floor. They worked really good too. Now I got to get down in the trap and clean underneath. All them years of sitting idle with the tops open, probably got a bunch of garbage in there, but they worked really good. Raised them up yesterday before I left, and when I went in today, the one on the back wall was still up and full of pressure. The other one settled down about 1.5 feet. But that's not bad for hoists that haven't been used in 15 years or better. Well, it was 1995 when the dealership closed out. Cat's wanting out of the room. Yeah, I've seen that. Oh man. The people that post stuff like that, I think work for the government. They're trying to ruin the trade. They're trying to ruin people rebuilding or fixing cars. Right? Well, that and spray foam. Spray foam draws moisture and then it makes it rot out. Even though all the manufacturers are putting spray foam in every cavity of these new cars. That's why they're rotting out so quick. Between that and all the recycled materials. The recycled materials don't hold up near as well. And then you put a rust inhibitor like spray foam, and it just amplifies it that much more. So how many people got the day off today because of the big eclipse? Yeah. Yeah, I can see that. To make forms for your fiberglass and stuff, and yeah, I can see that. I mean, you can body work it and everything else, smooth it off, and then when you do your glazing and glass work to it, uh, makes for a nice surface, but against metal, it's not good, or wood, which I found out from my roofer when I talked about doing spray foam inside my building. He said he'd never do it. He said it'll create condensation between the spray foam and the wood and rot the wood out underneath the shingles. He said you would not believe how many roofs he's replaced due to that. People are talking use closed cell foam and all this stuff, but it's still a barrier that moisture can't get through. I don't know. That's a lot of square footage on that building, so it wouldn't be cheap to spray foam it to begin with, and then having to replace that full roof, wood and all. Yeah, I'll pass. Yep. It don't give any room for evaporation. Had to think of the word for a minute. 10 people watching, 3 likes. What's Craig, Bill, Nye? Okay. Yeah, I never even gave that a thought. That's a couple moons ago. So who's seen Busted Radial's car down at Cletus and Cars? Hate seeing what happened, but like he said, you know that going into it when you build them. And I think that's one of the big reasons why I have such a hard time building a burnout car or something like that. When I used to race monster trucks, until I got big, you know, it was no big deal. Spend $2,000 or $3,000 on an engine and go out and you blow it up, you blow it up. Built a big engine and took it out the first race. Man, destroyed that engine that first race. Yeah, that's not the life for me. I can't afford to spend that kind of money and then just throw it out the window. $20 people? Wow. Zero Karens. Man, I wouldn't know what life would be like without that. $20 people. How did they call that a town? Wouldn't that be a burg? No, is that 20 households or 20 people? Hamlet. And we got a small town just north of us called Anna. And I'll bet they've got 2,500 to 3,000 people, and it's a small place. Small enough they don't even have a Walmart. They got to come to Sydney. I don't even think they got a grocery store anymore. I think it closed out years ago. Well, guys, I think I'm going to jump off here. I'm going to go jump in the shower and let that hot water beat on my back. Spent till about 6:30 tonight running that pressure washer, and it'll take a toll on your back now, let me tell you. I even drug an office chair over and sat down and pressure washed for a while. Now, see, that's awesome. Hi, The Real. Actually, right now I am in the process of moving to my new shop. Do you know where the old Langhorse dealership was in Sydney? Yep, I'm in the process of getting this building ready to move in. In fact, the inspection's tomorrow morning. So hopefully if that goes well, I'll start moving right away.
Songs like that to keep the worship flowing to the Air One verse of the day that keeps you connected to God. Sign up
Okay.
from air1.com. It'll come right to your inbox. As you scroll on all things social, you can find it there 24/7.
Well, stay tuned, and I'm gonna let everybody know I'm gonna do a video on Facebook Reels. I'm gonna do a video public and members, all that, and let everybody know once I can open my doors back up. Technically, I've still got the doors open out there, but I haven't had time to go out there and work. Appreciate that. I thought that was Bill Nye. Huh. Google just shut off. Well, guys, I'm going to jump off here. I'm going to go get me a shower and hopefully stretch my back out a little bit. I'm going to go in a little early tomorrow and get back to pressure washing before the inspector shows up. Have a great evening and be blessed and be careful out there. Hi, James. Thank you. Have a blessed evening, everybody.